Vigilante Williamson here with some DC Fandome coverage. This is going to be a break from a lot of the news and other stuff I've been doing, a lot of the political stuff. I did the cuties video, which is disturbing. I'd do another one. But I'm going to take a break and do some fun stuff. I'm a huge Batman fan. A huge DC fan in general. I actually do prefer DC to Marvel. And this event has been pretty exciting. That's why I'm doing so many videos on it. I think all these cons, if I have to give like a review, all these virtual cons kind of suck because it's just not an experience you can replace. However, I think this has had the most that I'm excited for, to be fair. So that's why I'm doing all these videos. So let's get into this one, the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer.
Now I've heard there was a secret
Darkseid. Pretty dope to see him. Superman death scene potentially.
Don't really care for music, do you?
That gives credence to the rumors about a destroyed world. I think it's like an alternate universe or something like that. I can't remember them. This looks pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Baffle King having a Aquaman showing him stuff for the ladies. That's real annoying. Frustrating. Is the Flash going to have to choke it up? Well, yeah, maybe her. This one.
My best. It wasn't much.
Cool. That's the best looking Batman. Say what you will about Snyder, but he has the best looking Batman. No, this turd. Can't say that was dark. That's Steppenwolf. I think I can tell that was Darkseid. Steppenwolf a second ago. This looks pretty dope. This was not in the original. Oh man, we could have used that in the original. Amazonia is better than the original. That was part of the original, if I can remember correctly. I don't really remember the original, honestly. I saw it, but I don't really remember the original Justice League, the Joss Whedon version. But this one looks a lot better. I already saw this trailer earlier, so I got my little geek excitement out of it. So you see me a little bit more subdued.
He fought hundreds of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us.
Yeah.
Not us united.
Yeah. Batman's not a cut. Thank God Tom King had nothing to do with this. Back to the article. The main point I wanted to talk about is the fact that this will be released in 4 one-hour segments and then have an option to watch a 4-hour movie after all 4 are released. That's pretty cool. And they're also doing a distribution plan outside the streaming service. So that's going to be pretty cool. I think that's kind of the biggest part of the news because I've heard rumors about them potentially doing a Batman show. And I think a 4 one-hour episodic plan to release this movie is best for that to potentially be a future, especially because it's supposed to be an HBO Max and it's just rumored, so who knows what's going to happen. My reaction to the trailer, I am cautiously optimistic. I say cautious because everything looks cool, and that's one thing that Zack Snyder is really good at, things looking cool, but I think story is not his strong suit. I think this is going to be worlds better than the Whedon cut. Definitely, like I said, looks cool, but I still worry if the story is going to come together. And to get into the little bit of the controversy, as I can get out of full screen mode, Warner Media is investigating the Justice League shoot amid Ray Fisher's claim against Joss Whedon, who was the original director. Well, technically, the original director was in fact Zack Snyder, but of the movie that we got, the Whedon cut, there were reshoots of the Snyder cut. And that's what we got, were a lot of reshoots. And against those, or amongst those reshoots, Ray Fisher, who plays Cyborg, has been claiming that Joss Whedon did a lot of mistreatment. So there's been a lot of almost controversy about that, because partially I think a lot of this, I think investigating it is probably the best way to handle it. I don't know if necessarily all this stuff had to come out in public. Not to say that Joss Whedon needs to be protected. Lord knows he doesn't. And I just think coming from Ray Fisher, he's just been doing such a great amount of the complaints, and he hasn't had as much substance behind his complaints. In fact, the biggest complaint known, or the biggest thing that came out, was Gal Gadot. She refused to do this scene. This is a body double. And interesting enough, you can't really find too much mainstream coverage on it. If you look, just searching this subject, you get, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce this Indian newspaper's name, but you don't see too many major outlets covering this thing. And I thought that was pretty interesting. But there's a lot of pickup on this Ray Fisher thing. It's been going on for quite a bit. And that may be a little bit of a dark eye, a black eye, to what is a lot of excitement about this movie. I'm, like I said, cautiously optimistic. A Zack Snyder agnostic, if you will. I like 300. I thought The Watchmen had its good and its bad. So I'm very mixed, because there's things about the Watchmen movie that I love. There's things about the Watchmen movie that I hate. So I'm extremely mixed on that movie. Same with Batman versus Superman, where there are things about it that I love. I love the way Batman was in it, as far as the look standpoint in certain scenes. But then I didn't like parts of his characterization. I thought they were too extreme and more Punisher. So I have that, mixed feeling about Zack Snyder films. And I think that sometimes my issue with his films is he's a huge fan of the DC mythos and a lot of the characters that he's done, but he thinks everyone is the exact same type of fan that he is, and he misses out on nuance because of it. So that's my just criticism of Zack Snyder. I mean, he does things visually that are unique to him, and he's great at it. But story is not a strong suit. So that's my one worry about it. Will this Ray Fisher stuff get in the way? It depends what we get. Like I said, we already have this Wonder Woman Gal Gadot story about her refusing to do this one scene with the Flash. And that was around the time where Fisher made his accusations about the on-set treatment of the Justice League. He said the on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable, and that Johns and Berg enabled him. I really want to see what this investigation shows. I know there were a lot of people who were critical of Ray Fisher for how he handled it. I'm somewhat am myself. I'm just a bit sick of everything being on Twitter. That doesn't mean this is something you should take lightly, but you can just do it in a legal way. Just go ahead and investigate it. Hey, Ray, if you got a case, there's a legal system. If you need to make a lawsuit or you feel like you need to file a complaint, I think go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of the big criticism. Not that, Joss Whedon doesn't have a lot of whispers about this sort of thing or that this is invalid, but I just think people in general are just like, some more on Twitter, somebody else needs to be canceled. People, at least me, I'm tired of the cancel culture. So that's my only criticism amongst Ray Fisher. The fact that there is that Gal Gadot story puts a little bit more weight to what he was talking about, and if their investigations come up with something, I think he really needs to pursue legal action, and I think that's the best way to handle it, and not rain on a parade that is the new Justice League film, the Snyder Cut, and what should have been the original cut. So I think I'm going to end it right there. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're willing to share and subscribe, I would appreciate that. If you hate me and you think I suck, I'm a new YouTuber, so please comment below so I can get better. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching and thank you for your time.